Elizabeth Clare Prophet, in this age of Aquarius, when we desire freedom, we have to learn the laws that govern freedom and the great disciplines of love that come to us as the Holy Spirit is released from within. Women are seen as the lesser sex, even by themselves. The fact that they are used to sell sex is also a large part of the way women are viewed, and that sex is their only power. It also indicates that men still have greater earning power than women do, because this advertising ploy is often carried out around big ticket items that men might be interested in. Even the fact that they would be interested in things such as powerful cars, high-powered jobs and positions in the community, also speak to the fact that men are reared to be more powerful than women. The other thing that we believe is that powerful people are aggressive and put others in their place. This isn't power, it's fear-based behavior, and the real ones of power are those who seek self-discipline and self-mastery. So those powerful men are suffering in silence. Women have been prejudiced against because they are more emotional than men, but men have simply been conditioned not to show emotion. They are as emotional as women are. You've been fooled. The strong silent type is a stereotype, and frankly, that's another thing we need to look at: stereotypes and archetypes in our world. When you're playing a role, you're not free. Athena, the expression of emotion is freedom, the suppression of emotion is incarceration. How many of us are taught to suppress our emotions? If you had a crying fit at your job, what would people think? If you burst out in anger at a client, would you still be working for long? You squelch your emotions for 40 hours a week, at least. How many of you would throw a fit or act out of line in a public place? Not too many, yet. We live in accordance with what is appropriate, fearing to be different. We shun others who don't toe the line and fear what they might do. If you're living with someone who's not open to hearing everything you feel, you're suppressing yourself even more. We walk around, not knowing who we truly are, yet we are so emotionally repressed. How can we know who we are? Your emotions are there to tell you. That's their job. Yet we suppress them so that we can fit into a world that can't afford to allow us our emotions. Think about that. How many times have we shushed our babies, to try to get them to be quiet rather than allow them to express their feelings? That's how it starts. They learn there's something wrong with their feelings and start to fear them, perhaps even starting to distance themselves from them. It's interesting that we work so hard to get along in society, but then our world leaders start wars at the drop of a hat. It's do as I say, not as I do. How many of us work hard at keeping parts of ourselves a secret? We don't want the public to know because we're scared of not fitting in. Such as we starseeds and light workers, from other planets, some of whom have other bodies in stasis and have alien DNA in our Earth body. That's not something you'd broadcast from the rooftops, is it? When you believe the tenets of our society, you are in fact continuing these ideas. These are lies. It's artificial programming that's done to keep you from the truth of the human existence. Our entire existence here on Earth is based on the premise that we are physical beings only. Of course, this isn't true. What's more, there are Satanists in charge of this planet now who are particularly haters of and interested in oppressing the divine feminine in order to keep us off balance. They also oppress the divine masculine, but they use men in other ways, and that includes empowering them to serve the system, whereas generally women are seen as disempowered in the system. That's why you have this phenomenon of men having higher self-esteem, ego-esteem, than women. Women tend to put themselves down and attack themselves on a greater level than men do, and nice men can't understand why women go for toxic men instead of them. At one time the woman's job was to keep house and bear children. These were not seen as important roles, so women wanted to go out and work. The rate of inflation also dictated it was necessary for women to work because people couldn't afford to live off one salary anymore. This situation was created in order to destabilize the family unit, a precursor to the eventuality of the government having more control over your children than you do. Yes, they want your children, and that day is on the horizon. It has to be stopped. They already have some of that control because so many parents defer to the government and healthcare system without questioning it. The only way they can stay in power is by keeping us off balance. However, all of this is going to change. Our society is built on the idea that you have to control other people in order to get ahead, that if you're a supervisor with subordinates, that you are powerful. Most people seek their power in employment, but this isn't power when you're working for someone else who has far more money and the power to dictate laws that govern you. You're being played. You're working for them and they're using your efforts to further enslave you. We have false models of power and false models of gender identity programmed right into us. It's all got to change. So many currently believe that to be free means that they are going to work. Does that really feel like freedom to you? Having to earn your way through life? Having to pay to eat when God supplies it to us for free? I believe in this age of Aquarius, humanity on Earth will find out what freedom really is, instead of paying lip service to it like we are now. We will redefine our genders based on a multidimensional concept of what a human really is. The fact is, the words we have used to define ourselves can tell us what the truth is: human. Human. A person with colors. Yes, the 12-dimensional aura. That is the hue in human. The word man really encompasses both males and females. Why? Because words lie to us and tell us that a woman should be seen as a man of woe. Words reveal hidden truths and they can also lie. You are using language to communicate with others. You are telling others who you are and what you believe using language. When in fact, this language is adulterated, it defiles the human, and lies to us. Our languages keep us trapped and they continue to enslave us to concepts that are not in our best interest. Do you think it's any surprise that the common person's use of language has degraded within the last few centuries? I don't. They don't want language to evolve, they're trying to devolve it and decrease our capability to use it. If you don't believe me, read something from 1800 and read the expression of emotion that writers put into their writing and then compare it to what is written and passes for normal now. We are socially engineered beings. We have to take our freedom back. Me, I hear, very good, Sheran. Well, I have to be on top of this stuff. LOL. Saint Germaine, and yes, our world will undergo a lot of change. With the incoming energies, as Earth ascends, her people will undergo much soul searching with respect to many different concepts. Is carrying a weapon the key to freedom, or does it enslave? Does it make you your own authority, or does it make you rogue? You will learn how to create your own realities, the alchemy of life, and you will understand that your minds are your greatest weapon, as well as the key to releasing the white dove of peace to be free. Earth societies will change to become cooperative efforts rather than places of domination and caste. Everyone will learn the benefit of pitching in order to create a better society for all. Earth's people now allow domination of themselves because they are used to the feudal system of old, and this will be cast aside as new understanding comes to light. Your freedom is the responsibility of all of you. Not just the few who care, it belongs to and must be created by everyone. This is the gift of the age of Aquarius. You can look back in your past and see that your societal structures have not changed, and this is for a reason: you have not been evolving very much. Me, so you're the ascended master associated with the age of Aquarius. Saint Germaine, I am. I am the Kohen of the violet flame, the transmutter of all to the love of God. I am the master of alchemy, and its secrets will be taught to the people instead of those privileged few who have used them to enslave you. All will know. It will be taught in your schools, this correct science of life. Energetics, metaphysics, and all will understand the zodiac and its energetic influence on your lives. Yes, happy birthday. Me, thanks, but I probably had every birthday since I've been born so many times already, and I really identify more as a soul than a personality these days, so I don't care about my birthday. Saint Germaine, yes, these conventions will begin to lift. Chuckling, it will be interesting to see so many people who do not understand each other living together, but this will be the fourth dimensional Earth as she ascends. We will be there to teach and to inspire. What your thinking indicates is that society will change, and it will change enormously as people understand how enslaved they have been. And you're correct, my dear. You understand that you are the consciousness that exists within the stillness of your mind, and that your thoughts and your talk are expressions of this consciousness. You understand that your happiness is an expression of consciousness. Your contentment to sit by yourself all day and wonder how you can be of service is also that same consciousness expressing itself. Humans are wonderful beings, but we have been led astray by the darkness. So sad, so very sad. Such creative people. From the one who built the Eiffel Tower, to the ones who live in the jungles of Siam. Such wonderful creative souls with every expression one could possibly want for on third-dimensional Earth. Composers of music that lives on for centuries, players of sports with such physical prowess, all wonderful expressions of God. El Moria told me that when we get back on our feet and find our freedom again, society will revert to a world that focuses on the 7 rays instead of what you learned in school to go out into life and offer to others. Saint Germaine, it will, indeed. Society will learn that you are all that you need when you are born. You are born complete with all you need to live a glorious life, rather than sitting behind a wood desk for 12 years to train your minds. Education will be about how to reap the bounty of this inherent wonderment of your soul. Nothing less than. It will be grand. And you'll be the new savior, right? Saint Germaine, no, that is not my wish. I wish to teach and instruct, not to be worshipped. Worship is a facet of the power over others system, and that system is beginning to crumble. All will be equal in God's future. There will be some who are more learned than others, such as I, but we do not flaunt our goodness. We share it. And that is the way of the future. Thank you, Saint Germaine. Saint Germaine, viewers, I bid you adieu. And thank you for this opportunity, Sheran. You're most welcome.